is a stimulus check update for April 28th. In this video, I'm going over the current timeline of when you should expect your check, some updates with the Get My Payment tool, how some people could now use it, but there's also one thing you can't use it for anymore, as well as a really important announcement for Direct Express card. So if you're receiving your stimulus check on the Direct Express card, make sure you pay attention to that. I'll go over that later on in the video. My name is David, and if you want the latest stimulus check information, like when you're going to get your check, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you get notified of the latest information. In all my videos, I go over the stimulus check current timeline of delivery in the first minute of the video, so we don't waste our time. Let's get right into it. Tomorrow is the big day, April 29th. Many more people are receiving their stimulus check, but most importantly, Social Security, Survivor, and Disability non-filers are supposed to receive the stimulus check either tomorrow, April 29th, or I've seen 30th as well as to May 1st. So if you're receiving direct deposit, look at your bank account, see if you see a pending sign and the amount of money that you should receive there. Also keep a lookout for your mailbox and Direct Express card if you fall into those categories. Then for SSI non-filers, IRS is reporting early May, and unfortunately for veterans, there's 15 million veterans waiting for their stimulus check after, by the time they get it, 100+ million people receiving their check. I think it's ridiculous. I know I keep talking about this, it just really upsets me, but there is still no date for veterans. My prediction is May 12th, just because it is 7 days after the deadline they gave veterans who want to file dependents. If we look at this past stimulus check, April 22nd was the deadline for Social Security to file their dependents, and then after that, 7 days later, they're getting it tomorrow, the 29th. So although the IRS did not say May 12th, this is my opinion, I think that is probably when veterans are expected to receive their check, which is horrible. It's ridiculous. So if you do fall into the category of SSI or veterans, you have until May 5th to put in your information if you want to claim a dependent. If you don't want to claim a dependent, there's no action to be taken. And if you are looking to receive a paper check, then Friday, May 1st is when you're going to get it if your income, your adjusted gross income that you put on your taxes was $20,000 or less. And when it comes to the Get My Payment tool, a lot more people have had luck with it, and I've gotten a lot of comments. Thank you so much for commenting your status. A lot of people actually got a date for when they're supposed to get their stimulus check. So the update from the IRS is that it's now working for SSA 1099, or if you filed SSA 1099 or RB 1099, Social Security Retirement, SSDI, as well as some SSI are able to go to the Get My Payment tool and actually check the status. Now, if you're still not having luck with the Get My Payment tool, the IRS has also said that they haven't processed all the information. So people are falling into two different categories. Either they haven't processed your 2019 taxes yet and they haven't input that data into the system, or they just haven't updated your information into the system yet, and unfortunately just have to wait for the Get My Payment tool, which is becoming less of a waste my time tool, but it's still not working for everybody and still very glitchy. Unfortunately, the IRS has reported that veterans will have zero luck with the Get My Payment tool in checking payment status, which another shameful act by the government. Another update with the Get My Payment tool is that the IRS originally said that you could go in there and change your bank account information for direct deposit. They've now admitted that that's no longer the case. I guess they couldn't handle the processing or the data or the software to allow people to actually change their bank information to get a direct deposit how they wanted to their account that they wanted. They finally admitted that it just doesn't work for that. So if you have a wrong bank account in the Get My Payment app and it says wrong bank account, or it's just an old bank account or closed bank account, then what's going to happen is the IRS will try to send a check there. Obviously, it's not going to work, so then it'll be sent back to the IRS, and then they'll mail you a check of what address the IRS has on file. And if the IRS doesn't have your address on file, then the U.S. Postal Service they're going to tap into that database and send you the information of your most current address and receive the paper check that way. Just a reminder that the Get My Payment tool updates every night according to the IRS, so it doesn't make sense to check it multiple times a day, just one time in the morning, and that's it. One important announcement I want to make when it comes to Direct Express cards is I've had many subscribers and comment saying that they checked the Get My Payment tool, they were able to get in, they see that the money is going on their Direct Express card, but the 4 digits that they see in the Get My Payment tool, the last 4 digits of where the stimulus check is going, doesn't match their own Direct Express card. There's been many people with that problem. If this is your problem as well, call Direct Express and just confirm that the payment is going through. You actually have a lot better customer service with Direct Express compared to calling the IRS. So I've spoken with a few people, and many people have called in Direct Express and verified that the payment is actually coming the 29th or the 30th or a few days after that. So if you're having this issue where the numbers don't match up and you're scared that this money is going to go into someone else's account, it's not the case. For whatever reason, the Get My Payment tool is using some other numbers. Maybe it's an account with the government, or I'm not really sure what's going on. But the numbers, there's been a lot of cases where the numbers aren't matching between the Get My Payment tool and the Direct Express card. Next thing we're going to talk about are the letters that you receive after you get your stimulus check. So I originally thought that these letters are coming from the IRS, but it has a White House letterhead, and it seems to be coming from President Trump. So if we look here, it's just a lot of information that you probably already know, just updating government's working hard. If we look at the 4th paragraph, this is probably the most important. It just says the amount of money you should have received and how you received it. That is probably the most important part of this letter. If you already got your check, great. If you're getting this letter and you haven't received your check, then you're going to have to do some digging and see what's going on. And unfortunately, if we look at the bottom here, it gives a phone number which doesn't work. The IRS has shut down their lines. You can't get in touch with an actual human. You could call up and listen to a few different voice recordings and it'll give you information, but it's really no help. Otherwise, the website, if you received this letter, let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions, if there are any errors. So that's all I have for you today. I want to keep this video short for you. If you have any comments or questions, leave it down below and I'll address them in the next video, or I'll answer them. I usually try to answer the comments within the first hour or two of the video being published. Take care, be safe, and hopefully you get your money soon. Thanks for watching.